Hey guys, it's Love, Sex, and Dating Part 7, Chapter 5. So we had once again a wonderful time at Life Group. It was amazing. We talked about Chapter 5. Finally, we're halfway through, guys. We can make it. December 2nd, I believe, is our last meeting, but we're going to get these last few chapters in before it's all over with, because this stuff is amazing. You'll love them. So, chapter 5 is talking about love is. And I'm not going to talk too much about it because she come to group. But I'm going to drop down some little nuggets from it. So, love is. Um, we already went past the point of becoming. We're becoming the person that we're looking for is looking for. Becoming the person that the person we're looking for is looking for. You know what I mean. You read the other chapters. So now we're up to what love is. And in the Bible, Paul talks about, after he starts talking about love, he gets to this point where he's talking about when I was a child. Let me say it out correctly, not just paraphrase it. I got a couple seconds. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man or woman, I put childhood things behind me. So basically, when you grow up, your thoughts about love should grow up as well, and not to be kid minded that love is an emotion only, that you have to feel something. Charm and wit is not enough. It is going to take more than that. Hello, more than that. So let's find out what it's going to take. I know that's what you asked, so let's get to it. So what Andy says, so he breaks it down, but what this is what he says. He says love is patient. Love is kind. Love, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in the evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails. That's 1 Corinthians 13:4-8. So there's your to become list. Andy Stanley says this right here. Can you see it? Right there with the little heart. That's your love list. So as you strive to do these things, that's how you learn to love others. Now, he breaks it down. Each one he goes into, I'm not going to go to it because my time is short with you guys, but he starts off with patience, and then he talks about being kind and love does not wonder. So I said, what is your natural response to weakness and people closest to you? Anywho, it says love does not boast. Love is patient. Love is kind. And then it says pride. Ooh, there's that P word again. Anyway, so he breaks it down. This chapter is one of the longest chapters in the book, but don't worry about all the other ones, which were short. So this one is a little bit longer, and trust me, it's worth reading. Because you may say, I'm not prideful, I'm not boastful, I'm not this, but I know if you start reading, he gives some really, really, really good examples of some things we may do, but that we may not think about as being, not trusting or patient was a big one. So, as we are becoming, we want to make sure that we are displaying these things. He also went to say, well, which, you might say, oh, I'm not there, wait a minute. Let me not do this. Let me just say it how he says it, because it's real cool. I mean, this is a great book. Even if you're getting your book late, start from chapter 1, work your way on up. Saturday, we're going to go over chapter 6. So even if, I know you may want to read chapter 6, but it would be better to start from 1 because he builds. And if you don't know what's going on 1, you're going to be not totally lost, but you may not get a lot of those concepts, because sometimes it's like, well, what is he talking about? Well, he tells you what he's talking about in the beginning of the book. But what he says is this. It says, okay, I'm not so sure that I'm all those things. It's that I'll never be all of that. If once again you're tempted to close this book and move on to whatever's next on your reading list, do us both a quick favor. Look back over the list and circle the qualities you're not looking for in a future partner. Boom. We want these things from our partner. However, are we surely sure that we're capable of giving it to someone else? Remember, we're becoming. So the better we become, the better we are to someone else. So why would you not want to be the person that you're looking for? You know, be the person that the person you're looking for is looking for. And the way we do that is we learn how to love correctly. Not out of emotion, not out of feelings, but the way the Bible tells us. Love is patient, love is kind, you know, the rest of the stuff. So chapter 5 was amazing. We had a great time talking about it. We talked about in what ways do you think that your love was childish, or do you still hold on to some fairy tale thoughts about love? And you know, your first instinct is like, nah, I'm a grown up. But I mean, think about it. When you think about meeting someone and everything is going to work out right, and if you just get married, all of your problems will go away. Childish. Yeah, I said it is childish. So we may not think of them as being childish, and we may not think of these things as, you know, being childlike. I'm not calling you kids. It's just sometimes we think very critically and thought-provoking in other areas, but when it comes to thoughts of the heart, we go with emotion instead of thinking that they're critically. So I hope this was good for you, because it was absolutely great for me. Just want to check and see if there's anything else I want to go over. And I think I passed my 5-minute mark, but I don't want to stay on too long. But it was just so much good stuff. Let me just tell you, if you are not coming to the life group, you should be there. We talk about this. We talk about how love is patient, love is kind, and how, you know, if you feel like these are areas that you need to work on, this is your time. In your singleness is when you can work on this stuff. You know, Andy says it like this. He said, there's no bad marriages. There's unresolved single issues that you refuse to deal with when you're singleness. 9 times out of 10, if you see something, Pastor Ania's kid on this Sunday, I was like, yes, we just talked about this in group. I love my church. You know, we talked about it in group, and he was, he talked about it over the pulpit. So this is important. The Holy Spirit, this is important that we're hearing it in life group, and we're hearing it in the pulpit. You're hearing it now on this little couple of minutes. I'm going too long, so I'm about to get off. Hey guys, meet us on West Florissant at Starbucks from 4 to 6, and let's discuss chapter 6. I'm telling you, you will not be you'll love it. I promise you. So you should come. Looking forward to see you there, and let's become successful singles. That's what it's all about. It's all about.